6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back on this Tuesday evening. We're going to do the final episode of The Lion Song this evening. I have thoroughly enjoyed it so far. Beautiful game, fantastic visual artwork, but it has great narrative elements and some pretty good music too. I've been pleasantly surprised with this game. And at $12 on the Nintendo Store, it's a steal. Welcome, Bella46. How are you two doing? How has your Tuesday gone thus far? Today will be probably a little bit shorter stream. I don't intend on doing anything after the final episode. I'm a little bit tired from my travels today. I spent some time in some ORs preparing for a go live about an hour and a half away. But should be fun. I think for the rest of the week leading up to the Halloween stream this Saturday, hope to see you there. It should be fun. I'm going to play through a Grim Fandango, which is a fantastic point-and-click game, which is a little bit spoopy themed. It takes place in the afterlife. One of my favorite retro games to play. So I think that's what we're going to do the rest of the week. Hey, Andreas, how's it going? Good to see you. How have you been? Good to see you back. Okay. So, without further ado, let's hop into episode 4. I'll do a quick recap. We've played episodes 1 through 3. Each follows a different character, and each has kind of had a different focus. So, as far as the arts and science go. So, episode 1 followed, I believe her name was Wilma. She was a composer / violinist. And she went to this cabin that's in the background, actually, on the menu, and composed a beautiful masterpiece while away. Made friends with a gentleman named Leos. Episode 2, we followed Markert, a painter stationed in Vienna, and he discovered himself through his paintings, which was a pretty neat concept. And then the last episode followed Emma, who was a female mathematician, and kind of the struggles she went through trying to break through in a field that was dominated by men. That was I would say that was probably, that might have been my favorite episode so far. That one was very good. Welcome, Eggs. Is next Monday going to be Minecraft Monday, or is that going to be the new game you mentioned that I've already blanked on the name of? I'm not sure yet, Eggs. Grim Fandango, we're gonna be able to finish this week probably. So that probably won't extend into next week. So I may play Minecraft on Monday. So haven't been on in a while. Sold my Switch recently, so I've been quite bummed. So cool to see you're playing the Lion Song though. Yeah, that's so sad, Andreas. Oh man, that sucks. Do you have any other video games that you play? And yeah, I've really been enjoying this playthrough. It's been a fun game. So our very last episode is called Closure. We're back at the train station. Given that the train has stopped just for me, the dispatcher seems awfully calm that I'm not boarding. The Schneeberg. Father owns a large hut up there. Oh, you sold it to buy a gaming PC. Okay, well that's not so bad then. I just thought that you had to get rid of it. That's a worthwhile purchase. What games are you playing on there? What was my compartment again? Where's my blasted ticket? What compartment did it say? Was it 9? I must be in the wrong car. He seems quite engrossed in that book. I'm not in the mood for conversation anyway. I just want to find the right compartment. Oh, wait a minute. My ticket at last. And that's a 6, not a 9. This is the right compartment. I'm just making a map in Minecraft. How does one go about doing that, 46? Is this seat taken? How far are you going? All the way to the end of the line. Aren't we all? The Lion Song, episode 4, closure. Used paper, okay. I guess I was asking for that one. I best not disturb him until he's done checking his belongings. Excuse me. Yes? What brings you on this train today? Me? Excuse me. My family. I'll be sending them money. That's very noble of you. I'll finally be able to help support them. Excuse me. Is there any news? No front page, only local news. Carpet mat, putting maps in item frames on the floor. Oh, okay. Anything about Vienna? Ooh, hey, here's all of our characters. Command to repeat success concert at Muscovarian. Mark Kurt's new exhibition, a great success, and famous professor refocuses research. A concert at the Muscovarian. Arthur Caban. An Arthur Caban musical production. Yes, do you know him? I met him once. He came to our village. There's an article about an exhibition opening. Franz Markert, the portrait artist. Portrait artist, you call him? How about the genius? The shooting star. His art has so much truth to it. A former professor at the mathematics faculty at the University of Vienna. Zoller, the mathematician? Yes, that's what it says. I was making the edge of a map for math. Oh. I believe this is yours. Thank you. I think this book fell out of your luggage. Okay, thanks. Yours? Thank you. A photograph of a few students. Hey, I think that's Emma. Your photograph? Oh, yes. Thank you. Excuse me. Yes? That photo. Who are the people next to you? That's Professor Reknizek and her class. Her? The first woman lecturer in mathematics at the university. That's me in the front there. Yay, she's a lecturer now. No, we're all fine here. I was just preparing for Cyberpunk, and well, I'm playing a lot of Spellbreak recently and Octopath Traveler on Steam. Ooh, I played Octopath, Andreas, on Switch. It was okay. I'm excited for Cyberpunk, though. I'm not sure what I'm going to play it on. Yeah, I know. She's a lecturer. I'm excited. She was one of the best lecturers I had at the university. I remember her duel with Zoller. I wouldn't have been so lenient with him. They worked together afterwards? Yes, for a while, but his sister died of tuberculosis soon after the duel. He became a prominent supporter of tuberculosis research. I had no idea. Professor Reknizek was funny too. She always managed to make us understand highly complex concepts, and she told great jokes too. About a year ago. That way the change can be maintained, forming a new state over time. Theodore, did you understand what we just heard? You didn't pay any attention again, did you? No, I did, but it was far easier to follow Professor Nenner's lessons. Oh, don't pretend. Professor Reknizek is an exceptional teacher, even as a substitute. Look here, it's easy. Joke. Remember her joke at the start of the lesson? Which one? What do you get when you cross a mosquito with a mountain climber? Nothing. You can't cross a vector and a scalar. But how is that supposed to help me understand? Don't know. I just like the joke. It's all about change. Yes, I kind of got that. Look here. The destination of the secondary change is the inverse function of the change. What? Imagine a dog that really needs to pee. What? Just listen for a second, would you? If the dog pees, the liquid will be gone. That's genius. Oh, for crying out loud. I wasn't finished, you blockhead. Oh, right. Go on. So Reknizek's theory basically asks the question, can the amount of liquid change but stay the same? And the question is answered by the secondary change. If the dog drinks water while peeing, the amount of liquid would stay the same, hence forming a new state over time, a Reknizek state. I think your explanation is all wet. I give you higher mathematics, you give me puns. Thank you for the lurk, Bella. Much appreciated. Why are you being stupid about it? Oh. Well, I'm just here for the jokes. And that is what separates us from other sciences. We are looking beyond how something appears. We look for a deeper truth about the world, and everything it is and everything it could be. That reminds me of a joke. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician watch 3 people go into an empty room. After a while, 5 people exit the room. The theologian exclaims, "It's a miracle." The physicist scoffs. Clearly, there's been a measuring error. And finally, the mathematician proclaims, no, we're not going to hear it, are we? If another 2 go in, no one would be in the room. Ha ha ha. I confess I don't understand. Maybe not, but she did change a lot at the university. I remember when my cousin wanted to study physics. May I help you, sir? I'm here to speak to a member of the Radius. Are you indeed? They are a private gathering and are not to be disturbed, especially by a student. Fine. Then I would like to use the lavatory, if that's all right with you. Surely not. I will not be fooled again. It's very important that I see the Radius. Young man, you are not getting in that room unless you pass a test. I've had some bad experiences in the past. Very well, what is your test? Tell me the names of 3 members of the Radius. Professor Worm. Correct. Professor Roch. Correct. And Professor Shell. Incorrect. There is no Professor Shell in the radius. Of course there is. That's who I want to see. There is no one by that name in the radius. Good day. Wait. Oh. I meant, of course, Professor Reknizek. How you could forget Miss Emma, I don't know. She is the heart and soul of the radius. Lovely woman. Well, may I enter now? No. What? Why not? I passed your test. Well, perhaps, but no, you called Fraulein Emma by the wrong name, so you mustn't know her very well, which means I will not let you enter the radius. Please leave now. Ugh. What's wrong? Can't you find the door? Fine, I won't bother the radius, but I am hungry and thirsty. I would like a seat. You would not send away a paying customer, would you? Sigh. Of course not. Thomas, could you show the gentleman to a table? And do keep an eye on him. Certainly. Follow me, Mynheer. Physicists always scoff. Very true. Very true. Here we are. Take a seat. I will be right back. Ha. I don't think so. Now I just need to get past him and into the radius. Oh. That's Victor Adler, leader of the Social Democratic Party. If I weren't in a hurry to meet Professor Reknizek, I would go and introduce myself. Excuse me? Yes. I'd like to order a drink. Certainly, what would you like? Some coffee, please. I'll inform the kitchen. Thanks. Okay, now's our chance. Hold it right there. You are not allowed in there. Damn it. Excuse me? Yes. I'd like to order cake. Certainly, what would you like? A piece of Sacher-Torte, please. Right away. Do-do-do-do-do. Haha. What an idiot. Didn't catch on to my ruse. And who do we have here? Oh, I do believe that is one of my students. Theodore, isn't it? That's right, Professor Reknizek. Well, come on in. What can we do for you? Theodore, it is good to see you. I apologize for bursting in on you like this. What can I help you with? The cake was indeed alive, 46. Fantastic callback. Very good reference. 1 point for House 46. I have a favor to ask of you. Oh? I have a cousin who wants to study physics at the university. Bravo, but why come to me? Maria is a girl. A woman. Almost a woman. Ah. Then I understand all too well. Is she bright? Like the sun at midday. She wants to follow in the path of Marie Curie. Bright and ambitious, then. Please tell her to come talk to me. I promise I will do whatever I can to see that she is allowed to enroll. Thank you, Professor. Where's Professor Nenner? I don't know. He's been missing for a while now. Yes? Sorry. Thank you. Good day to you, Professor Zoller. Good day to you, too. I wanted to speak to Professor Reknizek. Do I look like Professor Reknizek? Please conclude your business with her and leave. All right, fine, we'll leave. Professor Reknizek's Professor Reknizek's vote was all it took. The faculty would grumble and wave their arms as usual, but in the end, the professor almost always prevailed. Maria was allowed to enroll. She was an actual professor? I can't talk today. Not officially, no, but that's what the students called her, and even some of the faculty members. A remarkable woman. I remember when she was leaving the university to write her book. Professor, why must you go to Manchester? Because my students all need so much attention. Where would I find the time to write my book? Well, I, for one, don't want to accept this change. I'll miss you. I will miss you all, too. We need something to remember you by. I would have thought the mark I gave you on your last exam would be enough, Richard. Something to remember her by. Ooh, a photo. Oh, a photographer. We should take a picture. However, that man is currently talking to the photographer. Pardon me. Excuse me? He doesn't seem to hear me. Hello, boy. Good morning. Could you and your father move? He's busy. I can see that. But I really need to talk to that gentleman. That's a photographer. Yes. You will have to wait. Just like me. Wait and wait and wait. And I get it. Can you help me? I'm bored. If you get me something to play with, maybe I'll help you. I don't suppose you like vegetables. Ick, no. You can just wait, you know. That's apparently what good boys do. I think Lucas has something that might entertain the boy. Lucas? Yes. Could I have some of those snap bangs? I don't want to cause a riot. There are always police patrolling. Don't worry, it'll be fine. What do you want them for? It's complicated, but I don't need many. Maybe just 5? Alright, but I don't have a lot more after that. Thank you. Be careful with them, alright? Of course. Hello, boy. Good morning. Here, I have something for you. What are they? If you throw them on the ground, they go boosh. Ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. But you should only throw one at a time. Where did you get that? That's enough. Let's go. Well, did not go as I had hoped, but at least no riot. And now I can talk to the photographer. Excuse me. Yes? Could you take a group picture of me and my friends over there? Of course. Just gather everyone together in front of the camera. Professor, a photographer. How about a picture? Perfect. A secondary change to maintain the state we're in now. I wonder if everything will change now. Say, do you play the harmonica or only polish it? Franz Markert, you know him? Yes, I know him and his work. Quite well, as a matter of fact. Although we've never met. This copy is coming along nicely. Greed is showing my latest portrait this evening at the salon. I'm very proud of you. A tough subject, as you'll see. I'm sure you captured him or her admirably. Markert himself and another exhibition. More work for you, Paul, old fellow. Thanks for inviting me, Markert. Who's it right there? Oy vey. He's right behind me. I need to hide somewhere. Sir. You dropped your painting. How can this be? Hold it right there. You keep it. What is it? It's one of mine. Stop, Weber. This is a misunderstanding. Nicole. Oh. Have you seen a little girl? She's running away again. She can't be running from you, given how everyone must be attracted to you. Excuse me? You're beautiful. Sir, I asked you about a little girl, Nicole. Ah. So it was your gorgeous voice echoing through the street, calling me here to you. I take it your name is Nicole then as well? My dear. You can call me whatever you desire. What I desire is for you to tell me whether you've seen Nicole or not. You daredevil? Romeo? Man of your dreams? Man of my nightmares, more like. Now that you mention it, I did see a little girl. Which direction did she go? I could tell you. If you tell me your name. I don't think so. Out. Oh. Remember me. Out! You cannot escape! I can't climb the fence. I have you at last. Don't worry, officer. I can't run away. You got me. Haha. My getaway carriage. I encountered the Markerts often, but I was beneath their interest. I was invisible to them. Probably because I'm not a very outgoing person. I decided that should change. So you are a street artist? You copy famous paintings for the tourists? Something like that. Markert's early works weren't as sophisticated as his later portraits. It feels as if he were an overnight sensation. I like to think the people around him, his patron, Greet Lawanzak, and even I, in my own small way, helped him evolve so quickly. We were never formally introduced, but I made my presence felt. I wonder Is this the right place? Oh, there's Markert. Over there, Gustav Klimt. Tee-hee-hee. Is that Wilma Dorfel? Certainly not. The young lady accompanying Professor Caban is a new protege. That's Franz Ferdinand there. No, that can't be. He isn't too fond of new art. It's probably just some snob then. Can that be Lonenzak, the critic? Of course, that's Fraulein Lonenzak. Everyone knows her. You oaf. What did you call me? Who's that person? A failed artist? Or a beggar? Maybe both. Yes, this is definitely the place. Such a distinguished audience. Ugh, dressed like this. I'll stand out like a donkey among racehorses. I need a disguise, clothes to make the man. I don't think anyone would mind me borrowing that jacket. Oh dear. And who might you be? I'm a painter. I'm sharing my workshop with Markert over there. Sure you are. But then again, I do not care, just so that you know. They'll kick you out if you keep wandering around in these clothes. Who is that? He certainly does not belong here. Can I have a glass of wine? No. Not until you at least look like you remotely belong here. One of these might serve as a stylish scarf. There. Almost couture. Him again. Ugh, riff-raff. Should get a glass of wine. Excuse me, I seem to have misplaced my glass. Here you go, mynheer. Cheers. Quite. I should try to blend in by talking to some of the guests. Maybe someone who knows his latest subject is... what his latest subject is. Herr Klimt. Yes. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yours, Herr... Weber. Paul Weber. Ah, yes. Do you know who Markert's latest subject is? He wouldn't tell me, but we shall see in a few moments, won't we? How do you know Franz Markert? Well, I discovered him. Were you not here when I introduced him? I'm afraid my aunt was terribly sick that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Please excuse me. Good evening. Madame. Good evening. Do I know you from somewhere? You don't remember me? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't recall your face. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. My dear Gustav. Yes, please excuse me. Okay. Let's see if I can... You again. Did you remember where we met? I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. Okay. Waiter. You wouldn't happen to know something about the guests here. What would you like to know? What is Fraulein Lauensack like? She is a genius if I ever saw one. Painting is easy. What? But distinguishing art from the mundane, I am not sure I quite agree. And real from fake, that is hard. Well, if you put it that way, some imitations are indeed quite good. What? You have missed my point entirely. Never mind. Can you tell me something interesting about Markert? I'm afraid the answer to that request is no. How often do you work at events like these? Yes, when I'm not serving at the cafe, I try to focus on events of cultural significance. How can you tell what's culturally significant? Oh, you must be joking. Just look at the people that are gathered here. The creme de la creme of Vienna. The last time I saw them all in one place was when I waited table at Herr Klimt's birthday. Ah, interesting. It is, isn't it? Well, thank you. Klimt's birthday. Fraulein Lauensack must have been there as well. You again. Do you remember where we met? We met at Gustav's birthday party. Oh, there were so many there. You must excuse my hazy memory. It's no trouble. What did you want to speak to me about? What about? What are you doing these days? Oh. A rather personal question, wouldn't you say? I'm sorry, it's just that I look so forward to your critiques. Aha. Well, was there anything else? Tell me about Markert's latest subject, just between the two of us. You will see soon enough, will you not? Nevertheless, from what I hear, he or she was a challenging subject. I can tell you that it's someone you're quite familiar with. Oh, most interesting. Who will Markert paint next? He has been toying with the idea of visiting Berlin. Has he now? To gain a much-needed change in perspective, yes. I'll leave you be. Keep painting, Markert. We can make a fortune together. You were an art dealer? Me? No, just an admirer. You making a fortune together? Only fantasizing, I'm afraid. Forgive me then. I concentrate on Markert these days, since yours don't sell as well, Herr Klimt. Since none of us know what tomorrow may bring, I may as well confirm what you already suspect. I am a forger. You copy an artist's work, then sell it as original? Only fine art, understand. There's so much dreck on display these days. I copy only the best. You've copied more than one Markert, I take it? How could I not? Markert was a dream come true. I copied several of his earliest works, then sold them to rich tourists who knew no better. But you've decided to concentrate on your own inspirations? Inspiration? Shall I list for you the artist whose work was only discovered after they were dead? I'd rather not wait for my rewards. My mistake. What were you going to say? He outgrew both himself and, unfortunately, me. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. It is time for the unveiling of Franz's latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? His subjects are from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it's a man. It's said he has affairs with all his female models. What you mean is you hope he paints you. Well, of course, I would be honored. I knew at once there was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes. His work has turned darker of late. As if the light were going out of the world. Do you know any other songs? I know one. I could try. I know that piece, the Lion Song. Wilma Dorfel composed it. I know it as well. It's a classic. And I. Couldn't walk across the university without hearing someone rehearsing it in the music school. Or humming it on the way to class. She's my sister. Oh, right, and Mozart is my uncle. I can usually tell when someone is lying to me, and I think our friend here speaks the truth. Nonsense. Look at his clothes. A farmer's idea of dressing well. Tell us about your sister. Wilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mama, Papa, and me. But one night that all changed. Tell us. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. I'll collect the money. The young one plays well. Wilma is self-taught, and she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught? Do you think I'm daft? I suppose elves made her violin. She taught herself to play, and Papa bought her violin and milk. Oh. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you heard. Send your sister over, boy. I have something I'd like to discuss with her. Wilma just plays. I collect the money. Yeah, I want to talk to her about playing a little something with me. She plays the violin for money. That's all. Now pay up or shut up. Watch your mouth, Twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it. Oak tree. Sir, my songs are meant to soothe, not sour. I'm sure Otto and my papa and my 3 uncles would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right. There are a fearful lot of Dorfels. Don't you want our money? Oh, yes. Here. Money for the music. Thank you. Please give my regards to your wife. I could have beaten him. Someday I'll show you how strong I am. Yep. How did you like the music? That was a good show, yep. Your sister is quite talented. Thank you. Some money for the music? I let her play here. Yep, I did. Isn't that enough? But you said you liked the music. Yep, I did. And I was just talking to this wealthy-looking gentleman over here. Have I introduced you? 1 beer, please. Oh, why should I give you one? Why shouldn't you? Because I don't know whether you're good for the money. Because I don't think I like your tone, and isn't it way past your bedtime? Goodbye. Yep. I don't recognize him, and he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Caban. He has an offer for Wilma. And what do you want with my sister? Young man, I assure you my intentions are honorable. Oh? I am Arthur Caban. Here's my card. As you see, I'm a professor of musical theory from Vienna. It was only by chance that Professor Caban stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with Wilma's songs and told us he would try and arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. It was a dream come true for her, one our parents could not have paid for. Her compositions were good even then? Yes, Professor Caban said her ear was very mature for her age. I used to tease her after that about her old ear. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy? Wilma? She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Okay, then. And what was it like growing up with your big sister? Well, of course, big sisters are given to younger brothers to tease. Of course. She could hear music even when none was played. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost in the world. And naturally, you were respectful of that? Naturally. Well, no. It was the perfect time to steal her violin and hide it. Perfect. I'll show them that I can play too. All right. It's right there. I just need to go wait for the right moment. Back here, Wilma should not be able to see me. I can hear you, Otto. Don't you try and steal my violin again. Crap. I can't just click the violin and go to it, apparently. Otto. I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did you hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. It didn't want anything to It didn't want anything to happen to it. I think that's supposed to say I. Again. Did you take up harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. I sense another story. You ask a lot of questions. I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. There isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got her violin. We don't have much. So, naturally, I was jealous. Well done. Both of you. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? No, you played it as written. We sang it as written. Here we go again. Then what is wrong? Can't you hear it, Papa? This passage here, and now clouds float. Clouds. The notes are so boring. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can't you hear how exciting it could be? Ugh. Show me. Me? You play, Papa, not Wilma. Let your sister try, Otto. Fine. It's alright, show us. Like this? That's very good. The notes don't have to be so well matched. Each can have its own life. Aha. Go on, keep playing. Wait. Then we should change what we sing, too. Oh? What do you have in mind? I can come up with something, too. Let's see. Flowers have sprung, and the bugs have much fun. And she's playing all wrong. Otto, you will not sing that. We are singing with my papa. And the clouds are gone. All right, you can sing that if you want to. Now, Wilma, play. There. Can you play it like this? No, you're right. The violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. Lay sigh. She trembled, looked down at the violin in her hands. Her eyes were shining. That was the beginning. I wish I had heard her in concert. I wonder when I'll hear another concert. There will always be music, my friend. Even here. Gentlemen, you have done the impossible. You have taken my mind from our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You were a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. A baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us are certainly headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. 5th Army here. The same. 5th Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Drina River. But you are an officer. 6th Army, yes. It's that obvious? Not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener Neustadt. The military academy is there. Six months training to be a leader of men? What does it take to be a leader of men? I don't know. The men must trust me. I must trust myself. Yes, if you're afraid, they'll be afraid. Don't be me. Afraid that I have nothing to say, to copy others instead of trusting in my own talent. You could have starved. I could have cut off my ear for love, but I'll never know if I could have succeeded because I never tried. I don't believe in myself. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land. Fear of those who are not like us and therefore must mean us harm. Revenge for a zealot's bullet. And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself anyway. But I thought I could at least try. I know that sounds foolish. Do you have something in mind? Yes. Who makes the decision to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spent time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution. Like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving. Instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hands. Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. Seems you have a gift with words. Your professor taught you well. Maybe. And still she disguised as shell. I will speak only the truth, no shams and no disguises. What stops you from doing that? I want to inspire the people, but I don't know if I'm brave enough. You have courage, I see it in you. You see more in me than I do, naturally. Just like Reknizek. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave that your professor took over Nenner's classes? Yes, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You have a passion people will respond to. And what if people listened? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's a new data, you adapt your theory. Reknizek did it in the duel with Zoller, remember? Oh, hello, Justin. Thank you for the lurk. Much appreciated. She could have destroyed his career, but something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics. You understand odds? Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes she brought were not just for her, but for everyone. Well, what do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theories. She changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can too. Is this tying the other three together so far? Yes, Justin. So I am currently playing the gentleman in the front right portion of the screen. And all three of these men are enlisted in the military. So I'm guessing this is like leading up to World War I or something. And all three of these somehow have a connection to the previous three stories. Otto, you are going to war to support your family? It's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man. I'll tell you this. I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Think about what you just said. If he wants to die, let him. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of the stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. Yes, she did wait and listen. Her music was truthful and aware, but I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? I can see you're working yourself up. And why not? I'm going to war. You must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing her song? She wrote to me once about a friend that she called. He was there for her when she was all alone. But who do I have? Your family is depending on you. You must protect Wilma's song. That song will remind you of home, of family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will if you rush heedlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Find the calm deep inside you. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the men at the inn where your sister played, your family needed the money, and you swallowed your anger and took it. I never should have taken that money. Staying calm. You make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have had a great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Oh, hello, Gomez and Dory. How are you two doing this evening? Welcome. We are in the final chapter of The Lion's Song. In this, well, I guess they're called episodes, but this episode is tying together all three of the previous stories. Will you think about what I've said? Yes, I will. Paul, why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You helped me, let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. We're almost there. Then I must change. My men must see me in uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. Banhammer has been laid down. He must still be on the train, though. I will go and look for him. Paul? You're leaving us? Are you going to try and stop me? You never told us if you painted your own pictures. Why would I? I'm a forger. For a friend, someone you love? Or for yourself, not for profit, just for you? There was someone, Frida, we understood each other. Like Lauenzak and Markert? I suppose. What makes you think you know me, son of a baron? I don't. But think about it. Markert confronted his battles head on. What battles did he fight? What battles did he fight someone with a brush? On guard? He painted his greatest critic. Touché. The train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bert. Theodor Lechner. Otto Dorfel. Paul Weber. In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, but he got to see his parents again. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Frida. And a few years later, that commitment turned into a small, happy family. In the 4 years of war, something inside Theodore changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all Vienna. But one day, Wilma returned to her hometown. While she never stopped writing music, she took up teaching it. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stopped in Leos Podny's inn. She sat down silently. When asked what she'd like to have, she smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos." The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Markert must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. The young painter accompanied Griet to Berlin, where they loved one another for a short, intense period of time. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the layers of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Reknezek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become a lecturer for mathematics at a university in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Reknezek state. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital, but lessons continued to be learned wherever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. And that is the end of our tale. Well, you know, I was kind of wondering if because it did feel like this was around that time period, and I was wondering if they were going to bring in World War I at some point. And I thought it was very interesting that's kind of how they closed the story, was with the outbreak of World War I. So I have to say, I really enjoyed this game. I went in blind, and I'm glad I did. It's fantastic visual art, great music, good script writing. It was very good. And it was only, I believe, like $12 on the Switch store. So if you're looking for a good narrative game, I would highly recommend this one. A good emotional experience, I would say. How did this play? Do you mean like mechanics wise, or I mean, so it's divided up into 4 different episodes, and each one is from the perspective of a different individual. So this was the final episode. The last one tied in all the stories in a way. And it's mostly dialogue based. There isn't like a whole ton of like moving around. So it's a lot of just decision making for this one. I do like the stats at the end. So 55% also took the money. 13% were also able to escape the police. 39% also encouraged all of the men, and 57% of all soldiers mobilized. Oh. That's interesting and sad. So the last thing they kind of like throw in as a curveball. That's not a decision. That's just a fact that 57% of all soldiers mobilized in World War I were casualties. That's awful. And Gomez, if you're interested in watching the rest of them, I'm trying to be better about uploading all of my... Excuse me, my voice gets super dry when I do these dialogue-heavy games. I'm trying to be better about uploading all of these, and like for gameplays, so like this was an entire gameplay we did on stream. I'm trying to upload them into playlists so that it's like just nicely connects them all and through all of the VODs. So I'm working on that for this game. But yeah, very, very good game. I quite enjoyed this one. I was pleasantly surprised. Highly recommend. Ooh, connections gallery. I wonder what that is. Maybe we'll take a quick peek at this and see. Every connection you have discovered between episodes is stored and displayed here. Oh, you can like talk to some of the other characters. That's kind of cool. And then you can go to the different episodes. Ooh. So these are like, if you make other decisions, you can, I am assuming, fill out the rest of those. So that's kind of cool. And they do make it easy to go back and make the bigger decisions. Like if you go to the different episodes, you can change the decisions you make. So like if you go here, you can decide again. So that's kind of cool. I think episode 3 was probably my favorite overall. 4 was nice because it tied everything together. But episode 3 was fantastic. That's the one I played yesterday. It was about Emma, the mathematician. That was great. Okay, so I think we're just going to have a little bit of a short stream today. And so we are going to go and and check out our friend Ginger because she is online right now. She is playing Blind Date. So give her some love when we head on over there. And you know what? I think I may end up doing a stream tomorrow just so we can get through a complete playthrough of Grim Fandango before the weekend comes. So I will try to update the Discord with that information. But in the meantime, love you guys. Be excellent to each other. And we shall see you very soon.